Good evening. My name is Mrs. Rosman, and I am going to be conducting a mini sample Math Help Center tutoring session. I think there are three components that go into a quality live chat. One being, of course, understanding rather than memorization, step by step. And then instill in the students that they need to possess a positive attitude. I use the quote, if you believe you can do it or you believe you cannot do it, you are right. Henry Ford. I also use the Vince Lombardi, practice does not make perfect, perfect practice makes perfect. And the last one, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. I think, so I emphasize that. And then I try to throw in a little mix of humor into a session. So let's say we are going to add like terms. So I would begin with something that they might like food, and I like to make desserts. So maybe I would say, okay, what if we had 5 brownies plus 3 brownies? And I would say, notice how much time this is taking me to write this out. And I'd say, algebra is the language of efficiency. So instead of writing out brownies, why don't we use the first letter of each one? And we could cut down on a lot of time and effort and work, and which equates to money in industry. And we could simply say 5B plus 3B, and most of them will definitely know 8 brownies, 8B. So those are like terms. Everything after the number is exactly the same, even those invisible exponents. So then I might give an example such as, what if we had 3x squared plus 3x to the third? Would those be like terms? And hopefully you get the answer no, because the exponents are different. And I might do another one like 1x to the third plus 3x to the third. And most of them will say, well, that's 4x to the third. They're getting used to that concept. And I say, what number don't we need in there? If I wrote that as x to the third, would that be the same? And I expect them to think about it. And I say, well, what if I said, I'm going to give you a brownie. Do I need to say 1 brownie, or can you assume it's 1? And then we get the concept that invisible number is a 1. And to throw in a little humor, maybe I would start off, and I do insist on participation. So I say 4Q plus 6Q. And Mary, Sue, and Tom are all saying 10Q, 10Q, 10Q. I say, that is correct. You are welcome. Get it? 10Q, you're welcome. And then one last one. What if 5BE plus 5BE? And we'll say 10BE, 10BE, 10BE. And I say, really? I guess it's 10BE, but I also see the math log in this session. And that's a good way to end it. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this mini session, and good night.